Yeah, hello. Now we're gonna work on this video, which is about a scholarship that I was requesting for someone who just came on Facebook and started telling me that he's an officer from United Nations, and even he put his picture. And me, I don't care. I don't know that someone have to put a suit, and because most of people they don't put suits, so I believed him as I could see. And this man is called Scott Morgan. Scott Morgan, and he's as he says, he's from USA, and he was saying that he's giving a scholarship. There is a program of Joe Biden which is giving scholarship to people. It's Scott Morgan. Scott Morgan. Yeah, this is the person. And he told me that I will show you the email that he sent to me. And he was saying that he's an officer from United Nations and that there is a program of giving scholarship or money to start a business at the same time studying. I would think maybe it is in America, but maybe I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. Normally he had a name of Gisha, but now he changed. Let's now read his messages. But the main target is what I said, which is valuable of billions of dollars that I want to record. But meanwhile, let's see the whole message that he was saying, because me, I thought he's a genuine man on YouTube, no, on Facebook. He said, "Hello, how are you doing today?" And I said, "Hello, I'm well. It's nice to meet you here." It is Morgan who's saying, "Where are you from?" And I responded, "I'm from DRC. How did you know my phone number?" And Morgan said, I'm Scott Morgan from Scottsdale, Arizona, currently working with the United Nations organization, handling the ongoing program. Hope we can be friends, but the way he wrote friends, it is to be friend of friend or friend of someone. Yeah, or someone of friends. Yeah, then me, I thought it was to be friends in plural. Then I said, I have to know. Yes, I have to know first. I have to know you first, sir. That's what I told him. You have a Rwandi's name. He was called something like, what is the name? Sabimana and other thing. Rwandi's name, and you are white. That was my question. And he said, good. He didn't say anything. Have you heard that the American President Joe Biden has launched a new program called CORE, which is called HAA, Help Africa Abroad, by which you can get the sum of $2,000 from US Embassy. That's what he told me. I told him, no, I don't know that, but why can I get money? I need money, but in a way which is known. What will I use that money? Normally, I want to buy a car so that I can do my business. But how can I trust you? And then he said, those who are with US Embassy will receive $2,000 to travel, start a business, or payment of school fees, ETC. I don't know what ETC means, registration, maybe, and other things. Yes, ETC might be means other things, including registration is free if you are interested. Yes, I said, let's see now my audios. Let's start from where it starts. Yeah.
Embassy will receive travel to America. If it is traveling to America, I can accept to go to study to America, but I will not go to study for the money in a business which is more good, like
Let's start. It's okay. It's okay. Let's continue.
Robotics, humanoid robotics. No, I mean learning at a level of masters. That is what I want to study, and
Let's check because it should start. Why is he not allowing me to play the whole thing? Okay, let's go.
Good, like doing robotics, humanoid robotics.
That's what I said I want to study. I said I want to study humanoid robotics because it is a new thing which is not very common even though they can jump and start printing, but it is a new technology which is not yet spread and which can contribute to the humanity too much.
Travel to America. If it is traveling to America, I can accept to go to study to America, but I will not go to study anything. But I prefer to use also the money in a business which is more good, like doing robotics, humanoid robotics. No, I mean learning at a level of master's humanoid robotics. That is what I want to study, and I would go far away up to PhD and know the skills of how to assemble a humanoid robot like a Digit or any other robot which is simple to assemble, and knowing the
I think also on this, I said I will not, because I have a bachelor degree in geography, I will not start from bachelor degree. I will start from master's degree and then do other years for PhD. That's what I'm proposing.
electronics and the electricity which are a component of that humanoid robot. But at the same time, I don't want to study doing studies only. I want to study doing a business or having a job. I have a job of teaching Swahili and French to foreigners, people who don't speak English speakers or French speakers learning Swahili, or Swahili speakers learning English or French speakers learning English. That is what I do, and I do driving, and I want to buy a car so that I can do drive, and it's better that I have a self-driving car which can facilitate my work. So I won't have a big capital, but better to study in America than to study in South Africa. But if there is no way I can study in South Africa, but I need a security in America, because here I have been abused a lot and it is too much which is happening. Sorry to tell you without knowing you, but as you tell me about the embassy, but I don't see that your writing is official, but it doesn't matter. Maybe it's the way that you chose.
Yes, I said his writing is not official. That's not how an officer writes to someone in terms of saying that you are about to be interested, or we are informing you that there is this scholarship or there is this program or this sponsorship. There is an official way of presenting through an email, maybe a document which is in PDF, or a link to the website, and they give you the whole step, which must be also obvious. If they are hidden, then it is a problem.
Me, I will verify, because it will require to go to the embassy if this is talking about the embassy. But even though, those who are, let me read it so that you can hear what you wrote. You say those who are with US embassy will receive $2,000 to travel, start a business. Or
let's test the sound so that we can know that everything is good, because if the sound is not good, then it is a problem. Test this sound. We are checking the sound. The sound is good. Let's stop sharing a little bit and then share again, because I think, yes, it was I'm sharing a sound. It's good. Let's continue.
payment of school fees, etc. What is the etc? And registration is free if you are interested. I'm interested in studying. I'm interested in doing a business. I can choose to do a business first and then study later on when I can pay for myself. And I want to study humanoid robotics, especially in terms of assembling and mastering the component of a humanoid robot to the level that I can produce my own humanoid robot, and programming a humanoid robot. The model that I want is simple like Digit, but which will be advanced according to what I will find out in the future. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Digit is a humanoid robot. I will show you when we finish. It is a humanoid robot from a company called let's see, Digit. But I was remembering Digits. It is now for it is Hyundai, but it was produced by Digits. humanoid robots, because these guys, they are not letting me get the name. Yeah, humanoid more dynamic. Oh, it is from which company? Digits. Yes, this is a picture of digits, but they are not giving information of where. From which company? Now it is with Amazon, but yeah, it is with Amazon, but Amazon is buying it to work in Agility. Yes, Agility is the company which produced it, but later on maybe they sold it to Hyundai. I don't remember, but yeah. So me, the model that I want to work on is digits because it looks simple. So to assemble it, because me, I'm targeting to learn how to assemble and to learn the components each piece by piece, but normally knowing how to assemble a robot, the whole thing, and programming, putting the intelligence to the robot, because right now the digit is not able to speak. Maybe we will be the one who will put the speech into it, but we will have to test if it is not a human inner digital fluid, because that is what worried me. But I will show you the video so that you can see it, how it looks like.
Can we shift to WhatsApp, and can you give me more proof that I can trust that it is someone from the embassy or UN? Thank you, sir. Normally, it should be channeled through UNHCR because I'm a refugee in South Africa, but it's okay, it doesn't matter. But I want to be knowing that I'm working with not someone who is a scammer. Please, more evidences. I don't know how we will do. And the other thing, can we shift to WhatsApp, because Facebook sometimes is a way of hiding things. Yeah, thank you, sir.
And I gave him my phone number, which is +26232555966. And I told him it is my phone number. And yeah, let's see now.
Another thing, if it is about studies, I want people who give a guarantee that I will not fail, because failing is not a way of teaching. If you make someone fail, then your central is not a way of helping people. So it.
Yeah, people, they think that we are still in old fashion of studying. Nowadays, even studying as a old fashion is not necessary. Nowadays, people, they inject knowledge. To study in schools, it is a way of formality, being social, knowing good people, knowing whom you can rely on when you ask information. But to study as it is no longer a necessary thing to do as they sit in schools and they learn, because people, they can use the central to assist you until you master the content. You can use AI, you can use virtual reality, augmented reality, you can use so many technology which can help you to know things. But the reason why we attend school is that, first, it is a patent which owned by certain individual with that knowledge that you have to attend, so that they can get a certain portion from the sponsorship of those sponsors who are sponsoring you, who will be sponsoring me, according to what I'm hearing to this man. Then that's the reason why we go to study. And then it is a business. It is a business, knowing that you invest in it, and later on you get capital. You get your capitals by selling the knowledge that you got from it, and you pay back your sponsor. Your sponsor, if that condition is there. If that condition is not there, then it is money which is given to you as a money, as a grant that also exists. So those options, they exist, but it is an investment with a target to reach to a certain objective, like facilitating or automation, spreading knowledge, advancing the humanity to a certain level of target. All those together, it is an investment. Let's continue to hear.
Must be a guarantee that I will not fail. The second, the program is doable, English is doable, the content is not very much, and it is accurate, and it is targeting the right content which is useful. And yeah, also and the skills of assembling, manual skills, digital skills, printing skills, advanced skills, updated information. What are we doing here on Earth? What is this parametric zone? And the availability of the 24 hours event recorder data, which can tell you what are we doing, why are we doing that. All those information, if they are supplied, it will be good, sir. Thank you very much. And I want to check your name. I will check. Sorry, I didn't check. Let me check on Wikipedia, because someone from United Nations with your name, maybe your picture, it will match, because I think you gave me a position. If I don't find it in the message, I will ask you again, but let me check. Yeah, thank you, sir. Yeah, I will check, but the information we delivered is not enough. Please give me your position up to the United Nations. What is your position, so that I can check? I will check through any ways. Maybe you can give me your official website where I can check, and I will use my AI to check if the website is verifiable. Thank you, sir. Yeah, the other thing is, it is regarding the name that you said, Help Africa, African Abroad, which is HAA. I didn't see anything foundable on internet, which proves that that program exists. Maybe there is the right official name. Please give me that name of the program. I'm seeing so many programs of Joe Biden, but there is no specific program called HAA. Yeah, please give me more details. And I'm trying to find your picture on Google, but let's see. I will find it maybe. Let's see. Yeah, I need enough capital, but this is not even too much money, just some amount small, meaning if I study, it means the business of humanoid robot, it is a business which might cover good money depending on where I will be working. But me, I'm interested in humanoid robot as something that I like, because in our home we used the hose to dig, and it was a hard work, which was not good and it was not efficient.
If I say to dig, it is not as digging, because digging is not what I used to do, and I don't need to dig to do anything. But if in our language, in our English, we say cultivating or plowing. Yes, plowing or digging or cultivating. These guys from UG, they converted into digging, but it is cultivating, it is plowing for agricultural purpose.
So if I get a way of producing humanoid robot to sell to our community, it can be a good project which can replace human labor. And that's one. And the other thing is, I'm not targeting to do philanthropic ways of doing directly, but I am targeting to do in a way of correcting capitals, but also building the community at the same time. It means if the community I have to build it, it means I will make a farm, and the farm will produce food, and food will be sold to a cheaper price, so that the community can get food, but at the same time getting an income. So it is a business. That is my model of business. I can have some philanthropic projects, yeah, but on a small scale compared to my capital. It can take like 1% of my capital to be covering the philanthropic program, depending on the models of waste or the model of people who have those good models, which are.
Yeah, I don't want to put so much data, but it is known if you are in agriculture, you have to produce petrol. And nowadays, data, I learned garlic. I don't know, I will test garlic, but garlic is too much expensive. But eucalyptus trees, that's what some countries like Congo or Rugisha, they have. There are pine trees also, they produce petrol. There are many trees. There are palm oil trees which last 2 months or 2 weeks. There are nowadays seeds which last 2 weeks. There are many things which can produce petrol, and there are other trees which produce petrol. That is what agriculture is. You have to make agriculture which can produce a cycle so that you can't use too much electricity by producing too much electricity when you use those machines like humanoid robots, but you can use petrol when you are farming using sheets, collecting sheet from cows, from porks or pigs. Yes, you can make events like a bar, a restaurant where music is there 24 hours, people dancing, shitting, urinating, peeing, and they produce, you have a good toilet, portable toilet, and you place that fertilizer in the ground, and the animal, they eat that thing, or plant trees, and the trees, they produce fruits. At the same time, they produce petrol, and the petrol, you process it in a cheaper way, very cheap by fermentation, and you make a biogas digester, and you produce biogas, and you produce petrol. All that cycle has to be there so that you can make a good agricultural system which is not expensive in a way of NSA. Things of using water, I don't know, but that is what we can use, because NASA, they use water, but water, it is not what I target. I can use sheets, and sheets are much better. Sheets of human beings, sheets of cows, sheet of all those, and then they can produce something good, which can be good to produce another thing good, the same cycle over and over. And now the thing is that I have to learn is how the layer of the soil have replaced each other, because when you plant like eucalyptus, they extract and they remain with acid, like even cassavas, they keep acid in the soil. So you have to know the next plant that you have to put so that can extract the acid, and then you have to know the whole cycle. The cycle that they spread in the population is short. It can last around 10 years, 20 years, but after those years you have to update the data so that people can know what else to plant. Yeah, thank you. Let's continue hearing.
More empowering the community, and yeah, that's what I want. But also covering my assets which were lost in America, that I suspect, I'm not yet sure, but I'm trying to see if it is true, because the data that I'm trying to see, they are finding that I have too much capitals which were lost by my previous copy, which is not me. And it's something that I will investigate. And the 24 hours event recorder, that is the reason why I'm asking you about the 24 hours event recorder, to see if those things are true, because they got to me too late. But I've been oppressed in Tanzania because of so many things that I didn't know why. Now I'm trying to understand, but it looks like it is related to my money, which I will have to cover. But as I told you, my
money to recover, not money to cover. To cover, it is another word, but to recover back money which was stolen, which was belonging to my previous copy.
Business model is not a very philanthropic, like putting my whole capital into philanthropic program, but planning ahead so that I can be philanthropic in terms of covering the whole humanity. And
it is taking a big capital, covering a big capital in terms of saving more people. It is more inclusive by first collecting a big capital so that you can plan ahead. But you have to use the 24 hours event recorder to know what's going on first, because otherwise it is something done by others, and you have to know those who are against, because the reason why I'm saying that we are in a place which is not where we are supposed to be, in a parametric zone of gangsters and killers, is because everything is wrong, crimes, killing, tortures, all those, they indicate that there are animals among us.
Helping a big percentage of the humanity in the future. And yeah, this means that I will have first to build a business model which will do the simple to the complex, by doing farms, and farms producing food, people buying food, and planning other projects regarding the plans and the big plan of the system, and what they call the logistics, the program, the system, the planning, the projection of the whole system, how it is being oriented.
If I say the system, you have to check my other videos, because I'm still asking the question, where are we? If I'm asking the logistic, for us, we understand the logistic, some in English, they understand the logistic as military transportation of facilities to help the military to do the war. But the logistics is more than that. It is programming ahead, it is storing, it is transporting, it is the thing between planning, storing, and distributing. That is the logistic in normal ways of speaking, regarding the definition in French. And the logistic cover the small system like the parametric zone that we are in, or the spaceship that we are in, and the big system. The big system is the universe. So you have to understand the big thing to understand the small thing, and the small thing to understand the big thing. Yeah.
Oriented by those who are planning good and who are doing according to the rights, not to doing and properly, not digitizing human being illegally, but doing the right thing in the right way. So I will be in the main schema of planning, but in my own way, regarding what I know and more data that I will get, which will help me to do more good than, more good and more good to people, because I come from a family, or I come from Africa. I know the pain of Africa, and I will put at priority Africa first. Maybe other people who are suffering, because I can feel the pain of anyone, regardless of where she comes from, or he comes from, or he comes from, or she comes from. Thank you. But as I told you, it is more of a business than being philanthropic, but also considering the philanthropic. I told you
I didn't say something. I'm not a businessman. I am saying business because in English system, there are too much empty space. There are too much that you can feel through doing business, but they lock them because they don't want everyone to do business. So business is sweet in English, but it is locked for certain people. But I can do jobs, working for companies, and that also, it is another way of working for good money than doing business. So I can do business if it is possible in a good ground, but I can do also work as the model that we were represented by UNHCR in Kanembwa when we were in 2009, around June to November, when I left there, when I was having that killing that they tried to do, that when they tried to kill me. So that's the last moment that I was in Kanembwa. But the model that they presented before was being trained, being settled to America, resettled to America, and being into a training, and entering into an entry job, and progressing progressively to another level, until you become a person who can contribute to Africa. And that is how they indirectly invest to Africa, using so many people, but who have different background, different skills, and different capacities in different fields in America. Yeah, thank you. So that is another way of working instead of doing business, because business has so many problems, so many hindrances, so many hatreds, and sometimes they put you on top and you are exposed and everyone is seeing you.
there is a testimony that I said which says, let the weak say I'm strong, let the poor say I'm rich. That is my target. I will not contribute directly, but if I produce humanoid robot, I know that humanoid robot will help the humanity in a better way. And if we start producing humanoid robots at a high price, later on they will become something common. As smartphones, they started being very expensive. Still they are expensive, but some people, they are able to afford it. Maybe it will become much better. Maybe I will know how to use the memory, the processors of smartphone, to convert them into Android, real Androids, humanoid robots, and that can help the humanity. So we can put down the price of humanoid robots so that every home can have humanoid robots, maybe in 2015, 2016, 2070. That's my plan. And if they have humanoid robots, now it's a matter of structuring how the economy is, how everyone can contribute, and how everyone can gain from this spaceship that we are in, which is going where we need to know. And that is the reason why I need the 24 hours event recorder, so that I can know what's going on. Thank you, sir. But I need to know your details, your WhatsApp number, and your title in UN if you are genuine. Thank you, sir. It's to recover my money, not to cover, to recover my money which was taken away. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, this is the whole thing, the whole conversation. Let's see what he said next. I'm having some issues with WhatsApp. He didn't want to give me WhatsApp. Are you ready to register now? I said, let's see what I said.
Yeah, send, but I don't trust you. Let's try. If I find that the platform or the website is not genuine, the first thing I said, I don't find the HAA on internet. Where is it? That is the first question. But you can send. I will register, but I will check first before I register because most of people they are scammers. But I will check. So what the problem do you have with the WhatsApp? That's another problem. But all those will check. It's okay. Send, please. We will see if it is true or not. Okay.
I asked him, what is the problem do you have with WhatsApp? Yeah.
Sir, please let me know your position at UN. Which department and what is your position? Thank you, sir.
Yes, I asked him what is his position at UN and what is his position at United Nations. That's one. And yeah, his position. What else? Let's play it again.
Sir, please let me know your position at UN. Which department and what is your position? Thank
Yes, the position, it is the title of the job that he works in and the department in which he works in United Nations. Those are the questions that I asked him. These things, normally refugees, they have a lot of money dedicated to education, which are paid for their education. But it seems like South Africa, they never pay that money or they never give that money to refugees to study. They use it for other things. Some people, yes, or you can get a job and you can pay for yourself indirectly so that they can cover behind the scene the amount which is very exorbitant. In French they say very too much, so they use their money behind the scene and they make you sign things which you didn't sign or you are not willing to sign, and then you work for a job being happy because you are an African from the bush. You don't know what's going on, and you do a job, you get some little money, you pay a scholarship for yourself. Here in South Africa, some schools or some university are cheaper, but the content that you learn is not enough. And because the main thing they are hiding it, they don't give you the 24 hours event recorder, they don't give you AI, which is a good AI. They don't give you anything. They give you skills like connecting wires, a little bit of science, some math, and that is it. But that's not exactly what is needed to be someone who can contribute to this problem that we are in here. Now it is done. Let's close. And that is what I wanted to tell you today. And let's check. Please check on ground those guys who are saying these kind of things and what are them intending to do. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, well, your contribution on this message is to check if you had this person, you can alert others. Maybe he's using a Facebook. Someone can use an image of somebody who's dead, somebody who's no longer alive, and he can put there a fake name, especially white. Who knows that for us in Africa, some countries, we don't know what white people are able to do. We think that they are angels, but they are not. So then please check and help me to know what you know about. I checked on a certain Facebook and I found this person speaking in Kinyabwisha with some people. I found so many Facebook having his face. I don't know why they are using his face too much. Thank you very much.